Chris Benoit, Nancy Benoit, Daniel Benoit. Three names that once echoed with cheers, now whispered with dread. Chris Benoit steps into the arena wrapped in golden silence, muscles carved from pain, eyes hollow like a storm about to break. The wrestling world sees a hero, a champion who never smiles, a man who punishes himself harder than any opponent. Backstage bruises hide behind discipline. Friday night, the house in Fayetteville. Doors locked, curtains drawn, the air heavy with dread. Nancy's final hours unfold quietly, no screams heard, no neighbors alerted, just a calculated calm. She is found later in the bathroom, bound, defenseless, the woman who once managed legends reduced to evidence, upstairs. Daniel sleeps, trusting, unaware that safety has already died. Chris moves with ritual precision, a mind fractured but focused, a man who believes he is protecting something, or ending it. Saturday passes, texts are sent to colleagues, strange messages. Dogs in the enclosed pool area, doors left open like clues meant to be found, yet no one truly sees. Sunday morning. Daniel is gone, the innocence erased without sound, the house becomes a tomb, 3 lives stopped, 1 hand responsible, and still the world is cheering somewhere else. Concussions pile up like secrets, every match another piece of his mind chipped away. Nancy waits at home, once vibrant, now walking on glass. Friends notice the fear, the control, the isolation. Daniel clings to his father, a child living in the shadow of a giant. June 2007 approaches like a slow drumbeat, missed calls, unanswered messages, the champion vanishes, and the silence grows louder than any crowd. Something terrible is moving behind closed doors, something no title can protect against. The ring fades, the real fight is inside Chris Benoit's head, and it is already being lost. Monday night arrives. WWE waits. Chris Benoit is scheduled to perform, a main event, a champion's moment, but he never shows. Concern turns to panic, welfare check ordered, police enter the house, and the truth crashes down like a steel chair to the soul. Bodies discovered, timelines reconstructed, the unthinkable confirmed, fans refuse to believe, conspiracies bloom, toxicology reports, Bible pages placed near the bodies. A man seeking forgiveness or justification, media erupts. Heroes fall hardest, the company erases his name, his matches vanish, a lifetime of work wiped clean, yet questions remain. How does a disciplined warrior become a family's executioner? Was it rage, madness, or something darker growing over years? The investigation digs deeper, into the brain, into the damage, into the cost of entertainment paid in neurons and blood. The autopsy reveals the real monster. Chris Benoit's brain resembles that of an 80-year-old Alzheimer's patient, severe CTE. Chronic traumatic encephalopathy, years of head trauma rewiring emotion, impulse, empathy. The rage wasn't sudden, it was cultivated by every chair shot, every flying headbutt, every ovation demanding more pain. Doctors speak, wrestlers tremble, the industry shifts, but too late for 3 souls. Nancy's friends remember her warnings. Daniel's school records show fragility, signs ignored, love mixed with fear, discipline turning to obsession. Faith notes left behind like a plea to God after the act, not before. The tragedy becomes a cautionary tale, yet still feels unfinished, because understanding does not equal forgiveness, and science cannot resurrect the dead. The wrestling world fractures. Fans argue, mourn, rage, denial grips those who grew up idolizing him. Can greatness coexist with horror? Can memory be separated from crime? The ring once felt sacred, now stained. Families of wrestlers demand change. Concussion protocols rise from ashes. But the Benoit house remains frozen in time, a place where love and violence collided, where silence was louder than screams. Documentaries replay the fall again and again, each frame heavy, each word trembling. The champion who never cheated, who demanded perfection, destroyed the very thing he tried to protect, his family, his legacy, himself. Yet even now, one question refuses to die. Was Chris Benoit aware of what he was doing, or was he already gone long before that weekend? And here lies the final twist. The last text messages Chris Benoit sent were not frantic, not confused, they were calm, precise, logistical, as if written by a man who believed this ending was necessary, not accidental. Not impulsive, a deliberate conclusion shaped by a broken brain that still knew how to plan. The horror is not just what he did, but how controlled it was, a champion trained to finish matches, finishing life itself, leaving behind a mystery that can never be solved. because the villain and the victim shared the same skull, and the ring that built a legend also built the monster.